Hello everyone, I'm Eric Schmers, welcome back, Forza Horizon 2 Storm Island. Now, you may remember, last episode, I was preparing to do a rally tournament, and you may be wondering now, why I'm in a Mini Cooper. That's because the rally tournament, I already did. See, if you saw my Spy Chameleon video yesterday, I think I got my video order right. I think Spy Chameleon came out yesterday. From the time this goes up. Then you'll know that I recorded Spy Chameleon and Forza in the same session. Neither of them recorded. And the thing is, I don't know whether it was something with the software or if it was if I just forgot to hit the record button. So I already have the rally tournament done, which means I'm one tournament further than I would have been. Doing a classic rally tournament with a Mini Cooper. Luckily, the last episode, besides just the rally tournament, wasn't a lot missed. A lot of it, during a lot of it, I barely paid attention to the race. Most of it was me talking out what I might do in future series and stuff like that. I might just do that again because it was actually like it sucked because I actually like talked it out. I asked for, input and stuff, and then I just lost the video. So yeah, why not? Basically, oh, this is gonna suck. Trying to race in a Mini Cooper, this is not gonna go well at all. I also raised it back up to highly skilled because I did the rally race and the first three were like super easy. And then the fourth one, I was like, well, I'm gonna make it highly skilled because why not? So, highly skilled in a Mini Cooper. Not gonna be a great combination. But, I'm gonna do it anyway. So, basically, mostly what I talked about last episode was how I noticed a lot of my series are either ended, like Undertale, like that's the one that ended most recently. Oh, and Rocket League, that one ended. Or they're about to end. Like Spy Chameleon won't be that much longer. That should be like 3 more episodes. This will be a decent amount of episodes, but it still won't be that long. This is only 5 episodes in. It shouldn't really be that much, because after this I'll get the Gauntlet, which will be the Tier 4 Gauntlet. Then there's only one more Gauntlet until the finale. I may extend it and do if I can't think of a series to replace this quick enough, I may extend it and just go for the Tier 1 Gauntlet. Not do like a whole 100% thing, but do get to the Tier 1 Gauntlet. I think I might do, but mostly it's like a lot of things, it's like, basically because a lot of my series came up all at the same time, last time, like 2 months ago or something, they all came up at the same time, all of them, and basically what I was going to do, when I came up with all the other series, this one, what other ones did I come up with? What other ones did I do? This one, and I did Spy Chameleon. And Need for Speed, but that one I won't really get, that one doesn't really go along with the rest. Basically what I was doing is like, oh, well, I want shorter series. That's why I did Undertale, that's why I did Rocket League, that's why I did this, that's why I did Spy Chameleon. Because I thought, they're gonna be shorter series. It's gonna be like, like 3 months maybe, and I'll be through them, which I'm starting to realize sucks because that means I have to think of more series, like, soon. Oh, good! Oh, good! Thank you for that. I love how it didn't even animate in. It just, like, popped up, like, fully out. But I'm glad you recorded the hang time that I didn't even know I got. This is highly skilled. I raised the difficulty to highly skilled. I'm, like, way out in first. I'm not complaining. But the difficulty curve in this game Not just in Storm Island. Storm Island seems like it's really noticeable, though. But it's just all over the place. It's a roller coaster. It's basically, you know, some of the races are amazing, like super difficult. That's what I'm trying to say. Some of them are super difficult. Some of them are super easy. And then it's like it doesn't seem like there's any sort of curve. It's just it's like a difficulty, like freaking what's the machine called, the one that measures like earthquakes? That's basically what this is. Or I could have gone with lie detector, you know, how it has like the waves and stuff in it, like it goes up and down all the time. That's basically what this game's difficulty curve is. Where am I going? But yeah, it's one of those where I have so many series that it's like, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. It's like, do I want to do newer games? Do I want to choose like a newer game that I don't really care about much and do a full playthrough of that? I say one that I don't really care about much because if it's a game that I'm really into, then it's like, oh, I have to play this. I don't want to do it as a series because then I play for 30 minutes at a time once a week. If it's a game that I'm really into, I want to be able to just sit and play it as much as I want. It's not something that it's like, oh, well, I'll record this for 30 minutes, then I'll come back next week and record it for another 30 minutes. I don't want to do that for games that I'm like really into and really excited about. Good thing is, there's not really any games coming out that I'm really into or excited about. So, if there might be some new games that are coming out that I am completely fine with doing as a series. I could start looking, now that I finished Rare Replay, I could start looking at some of those games and doing some of those as a series, like doing one of the like bigger games. Like I could do I could either like start, you know, Grab by the Ghoulies or something, or Cameo, or you know, any of those like more longer games, more story-based games. I could do one of those as a series. I could, like, there's so many possibilities. And one that I actually came up with last episode that I'm like, do I really want to do this as a series? I mentioned it, and it's like, you know, it could work, but I don't know. Do one of the Halo games, like start at Halo 1 and see where it goes from there. Not as like a, oh, I'm gonna collect everything, like 100% playthrough, obviously, but just play through the story. Just see how it goes. Because it's one of those where I definitely don't care about it. I've heard it has a good story, but I'm not a first-person shooter kind of person. Or at least not like pure first-person shooter. Something like Far Cry or Borderlands more so. You know, where it's more of like an RPG shooter. You know, it's a shooter, but it has plenty of other elements than just going around shooting people. Those are the kind of games I can play. But like hardcore first-person shooters like Halo and Call of Duty and all those, it's like, nah. I don't want to do any of that. So it might be one that I'm willing to go through. Like I'm willing to play it. I'm 8 ahead of second place. That is great. But that might be one of those games that I'm willing to go through and play it as a series because I really don't care if I only play it for 30 minutes at a time. I mean, I've had the Xbox One for almost a year now. And it came with it. I installed it right away and never played it. So, like, never even booted it up. So it's absolutely one of those games that I don't really care whether or not I only record it once a week or not. So that could be a thing. I also thought, you know, maybe do some older games. Like, there's plenty of games that I've looked at on my shelves and it's like, You know, I could play that one. Either games that I've just never finished, that I would love to do as a series just to force myself to finish it, because I noticed if I do it as a series, not counting How to Survive, or the Rage videos that I have on my channel from like a year before I fully started the channel, you know, if I do a series, I feel way more inclined to actually finish the game. Whereas if I'm playing it on my own, it'll be like, I'll be playing it and then like 2 weeks in, it's like, well, I mean, I've been playing this a lot and getting kind of bored of it. I'm going to switch to something else and then come back to it and then never come back to it. Or when I come back to it, I'm like, oh, well, I feel like restarting this now. So it's one of those where it's like, do I want to choose a game? If I choose an older game, do I want to choose one that I've beaten before and know I can beat, know I like, and all that stuff? Or do I want to choose a game that I've never beaten and just try to do that? Although, to be fair, I did that with Skull Monkeys. I did that. Although, to be fair, that wasn't like a full-blown series. That was like a, I'm gonna play this once every once in a while. But if I do something like Spyro or Crash Bandicoot, I've beaten the first 3 Spyro games, the ones on PlayStation 1. I've beaten the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games, and did I ever beat Crash Team Racing 100%? But I've beaten all those games 100%. I don't think I've beaten Crash Team Racing 100%, but I've definitely beaten the 3 Spyro games and the 3 Crash Bandicoot games. I may not have beaten Crash Bandicoot Warped, the 3rd one, actually, now that I think about it. I may not have beaten that one 100%. I may have gotten very close, but no, never mind. I did beat that one 100% because I remember seeing the like 100% cutscene where there's like fireworks and stuff like that. I remember seeing that, so yeah, I did beat that one 100%. But I could do something like that because I know I can beat it. I know how long it takes to do 100% playthrough, so I know that it's completely viable as a series. But then again, it's like, do I want to play through a game that I've beaten 100% before as a series? Like, do I want to do it? Do I want to do a game that I've beaten before, or do I want to choose a game that I've never beaten? Like, there's 2 options there. So basically, it's 4 options. A game that I've beaten, like a game that I've beaten and or played that's older, a game that I've beaten and or played that's newer, a game that I've never beaten that's older, or a game that I've never beaten that's newer. There's like tons of possibilities. And there's like so many. There's so many games. I have so many games. Like, I just look over at my shelf and it's like, holy crap, why do I have so many games?
The Island Tour rolls on and you keep picking up these championship wins.
Awesome.
Good job.
Cool. And then, yeah, it's one of those where it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities. I have a lot of games. The thing is, there's not really any new games that are out that I want to play. Like, even as a series. Like, there's no games that really intrigue me that it's like, oh yeah, I want to get this. But at the same time, it's none that... There's not even any that I'm on the fence about where it's like, yeah, I could get this, that I'd be willing to do a series because I'm not, like, super excited about them. There's just none. There's just no games coming out that I'm like, yes, I need to get this. So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll find some random, like, game on Steam that I've never heard of that'll end up being just amazing. Just find some random game on Steam. I've done that before. You know, found random games on Steam or chosen a random indie game that's like, you know, I don't think I'm gonna like this, but it's like $5 on Steam Summer Sale, and then ends up being amazing. Actually, I can't really think of any examples of that right now. Because the only one I can think of that I've been playing, the only ones that I can think of that I played recently are Binding of Isaac, which is just a fantastic game that I am still addicted to. That's one of those games that, just because of the nature of it, I have not gotten bored of. I've not gotten, yeah, that's the language. I have not gotten bored of it. I don't know where the hell I'm. But, and then Undertale, but to be fair, those weren't really like surprise hits where it's like, oh, I'm gonna play these. Oh, they're actually good. They're games where it's like, I knew they were, I've heard that they were good. I've seen gameplay of Binding of Isaac, so I knew that one was good. So it wasn't really a surprise for either of those. But, you know, maybe I'll find a game just completely on no one's radar. Sort of like Spy Chameleon. I don't think that was on anyone's radar. Then I saw it and I was like, you know what? Why not? And I mean, at least gameplay-wise, I like it. As a series, it's one of those sort of like Rocket League. It's one of those where it's like it's kind of I feel like it's good as a series, but there are plenty of times when I'm just, because it's one of those games where I have to focus a bunch. Not like like these games. Like, I have not paid attention this entire episode. This is basically just like last episode, or I should, yeah, last episode. The last one I recorded, not the last one that's out, because the one I freaking recorded is gone. God damn it! And the worst part about that was, like, if I lost anything but the gameplay, it would have been fine. Like, if I lost any one thing besides the gameplay, it would have been fine. Lost the webcam? Whatever. Just have an episode without a webcam. Lost the audio? You know, it's less ideal, but I can always extract the audio from the webcam. Because usually, I think the webcams right now is set up to use the same recording device, so audio-wise it would have been the same, and if it was the webcam mic, you know, it's one that you could just suffer through for one episode. You know, just suffer through the lower audio quality for one episode. I can't really do anything without gameplay. Like, that's kind of the whole point of the video. So if I like tried to put a video, it basically would have just been my reactions to everything that was happening without anyone being able to see what was actually happening. Just been like, yeah, and, you know, talking. Ah, crap! I crashed into a tree. Except, you know, the webcam would just be full screen. Shut up. I do have this on highly skilled. Yeah, it is on highly skilled. Outside of that last race, it hasn't really been difficult. And even then, it wasn't really difficult. Oh! Grim Adventure of Billy and Mandy Truck. I actually found out, because I was looking that up at the end of last episode. I was curious as to the like, how the hell someone got, like, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Oh, fucking hell. I actually found that out. It has to do with, or basically, Forza has, like, a vinyl creator where you can just put shapes and stuff and create characters like that. So that means, like, you can't upload pictures. It's not like, oh, you just upload a picture, there you go. No, you actually have to build it out of, like, triangles and squares and crap like that. So that means someone sat in that creator and built Grim, Billy, and Mandy. And it looks freaking awesome. Like, it actually looks like the characters. That's why I thought, can you upload pictures and all that? I was like, I thought you could upload pictures because it looks like some of them it's like, yeah, you look at it and it's like, yeah, you can tell that that's not even remote. There's another one. There's all of them. Why do they all have Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy on them? Like, are you, like, no, I'm serious. Does it just randomly generate skins for them out of, like, popular skins? Because I feel like they all have, like, there's at least two with the exact same, like, because, you know, when you buy a car and it's like, oh, you want to buy one of these custom-made, you know, community skins and all that? I'm wondering if for that truck, that's, like, one of the top skins. And it's just like, oh, well, we need to give this Drivatar a truck. Fucking Drivatar. It's still an awful name. But it's like, oh, we need to give this Drivatar a truck. You know what? We will do that. Fucking hell. We'll do that. We'll just give him a popular skin. And it happens to be Grim Adventures Billy and Mandy. But there's so many, like, I looked through like the cartoon characters, and there are so many. Like, there's some that are like meh. They kind of look like the character, but they're not great. And then there are some that are just like you would think that they just found a picture online and just uploaded it, except you can't, as far as I know. Maybe there is a way to do that. As far as I know, you can't. And judging by the fact that there's not like 50 million just really good pictures out there, and there's actually a lot of ones that aren't even remotely as close to the characters, I'm assuming that they're all built and someone just has either insane artistic talent or insane patience, or both, actually probably both, to be able to make these characters. Like, oh, excuse me. Like, I was tempted to put Pikachu on one of my cars, just because I found one that was like insanely good. But anyway, I need, this is the gauntlet, especially since there should only be like 3 more episodes. I was doing well. Goddamn Trace! Give me a fucking better car. But because there should only be like 3 episodes left if I do it normally, like if I do the cause the Forza, it should be 3 more episodes because I have 4 tournaments left. One's gonna be this, 2 are gonna be regular tournaments, and then one's gonna be the gauntlet for tier 3. So to get those tournaments, that should be 2 episodes, because I should be able to do tournament and then tournament and gauntlet in 1 episode. And then it'll be the finale. The finale will be the last race. So I'm thinking I might actually continue this further. I missed that checkpoint. It didn't count. Nope, it counted. I couldn't tell with smashing whether or not it did the checkpoint gotten noise. And I know it has a habit of, if you just barely out of the checkpoint, it'll be like, oh, well, you didn't get this. So I wasn't sure whether I had that, but I may do, if I want to keep this going longer, because I really don't have any idea what I'm going to do as series. That's why I did freaking Monster Loves You for after Undertale. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a really good game. I actually really enjoy it, and I'm kind of really glad I did it as a series. But to be fair, it's one of those games where it's like, it was not even remotely on my radar. If I had any other ideas of what to do, I would not have done it as a series. It was just basically a game time decision, like, okay, I need a series, I need it now. Monster Loves You? Sure, why not? Like, if I had any other ideas, that would not have been the series that would have replaced Undertale. But, and that's like here. It's like 3 episodes from now. I have no clue what I'm going to replace this with. No clue what I'm... Shut up. No clue what I'm going to replace Spy Chameleon with. Hell, even what's replacing Rocket League tomorrow. Like, that was kind of that one, to be fair, was a series that I did have. I'm talking about it like past tense. It's one that I didn't even record it yet, so it's definitely not past tense. But it's one of those where it's like, I had the idea for it a while ago, but I wasn't, oh god, I wasn't really sure whether or not I wanted to do it, and it was kind of just, well, I have no other ideas, so I'm going to do it. Those windshield wipers are not touching the windshield. Those are going to be very ineffective. On a place called Storm Island, I think you want effective windshield wipers. But, yeah, anyway, it's one of those that's up in the air. So I may keep this going longer just so I don't have to figure out a series. You know what? I'm tired, especially since I was not planning to record at all today. I wasn't planning to record at all. I was going to edit a few videos and, you know, get some of those ready. Now I'm going to be behind on editing, which kind of sucks, but I was going to edit videos and then just relax the rest of the day. Because and then I was going to record the last, like, 3 videos I need for the week. I was just going to shove them all in tomorrow. Because, you know, it's a Friday, so... Sorry, I just had, like, a really weird noise that I could hear. I paused the game, and then I still heard it, so it wasn't the game. I wasn't sure whether it was my air conditioner, my computer, or something outside. I think it was something outside. I think it might have been a plane. So, I think we're good on that. I don't think there's anything exploding in my room. But anyway, yeah, I wasn't planning to record. I was planning to edit and then just do all the recording tomorrow since it's Friday. Fridays, you know, I'm not going to exert myself at work, so I'm going to get home. I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm completely fine with recording 3 videos. I'm completely fine with just sitting back and recording videos. I say it as if it's like a lot of work recording videos. The recording part's the part that's not a lot of work. That's the one part that isn't work. Yeah, you know what? I'll go in here. I won't worry about signing up. I'll worry about that next episode. But, anyway. Anything else? I think I'm good. And I'm gonna end this episode now before I start babbling because I'm tired and just forget what I'm supposed to be doing. So, anyway, I'm going to end this episode here. If you have any ideas for series, just in general, no restrictions, not like I did when I did the vlog where it was like, oh, I have 3 categories: Quest 100%, normal series, and racing games. I don't care about that. Just any games you can think of, old, new, anything. Let me know. Because I really need ideas. I really need ideas. So, anyway, I'm going to end this episode here. Thanks for watching. See you next time.